can see what I'm on, what the class is seeing. Okay, there we go. Okay, guys. So today, yesterday we had our journal entries, and I'm hoping everyone was able to finish those. So we're going to use that information in the next week and a half, maybe. I mean, it got hopefully got you thinking about possible things you could write about, but you're not limited to those things that we touched on yesterday. Um, I did submit, I put on Classroom your resume and application essay. I have it set due next Friday. That is with full intention of giving you class time to work. Basically, doing a quick vocab lesson, and then you have the rest of the period to work on resume, then essay. So, that's, I'm thinking we have time to finish that first. So now resume, I don't know that we've talked a lot about the resume in this class yet. So don't let me repeat myself if I've already gone there. Um, have I already shown you? Have we looked at this sample? Okay. Did we talk a lot about it, or just a little bit, or? On an academic resume, your education's always going to be at the top.
Yeah, you said like us two guys might get like educational work.
That's exactly right. And you'll see, I'll show you some samples if you're applying for a job. You just switch that out. So you would have work experience, skills on top, and then you'd follow education would still be on there, but just not as would be at the top. Um, all right, I want to show you and call attention underneath this. This is the first thing listed on resume. You have this really great list of action verbs that you can look at when you're typing your resume, because it'll ask you to describe, like, what did you do when you were in this club? You gained experience. Maybe you worked a marathon. You were maybe helping space the people out at the start line or something. You would put that in. You held a job possibly at a company over the summer. You would need to detail, what you did. Volunteer work, same thing. Now, what I say on resumes is you don't want to repeat yourself, so you really kind of have to decide what looks best, where to put that. And I know the one I showed you, I believe she mentions she has NHS as experience, but she lists it under activities, which that's fine. You just wouldn't want to give a whole lot of space for twice. Like if she's really describing National Honor Society, what the society does, that would not be a good use of space. So that what she's done is fine. Um, all right, let's go ahead and start looking at other things I've put on here for you. Now, I want to give a little warning about Al Purdue. Al Purdue is great. It's a great resource, but I don't want you using the templates because they'll want to charge you for them. So I don't want you, this is great to look at for examples and how to do, but I don't want you making your templates here. For our purposes, I think we should use Google Docs. Google Docs has got resume templates. I think they got 4 or 5 you can choose from. And that's what I would do. It's right there on Google. It's safe, and you can find one you like. Because if you just go out and start looking at other places, you may get overwhelmed because there is a lot, and they may want to charge you, which I don't want that. So this place has breaks it down. Things we've already talked about. What goes at the top of your information, designing your contact information section, questions to ask. Um, Now, I will say something about this. I've read articles that said the objective, this is back when people applied for a job, that dates it. They don't really call it that anymore because it's like, you guys are young, but like someone like me, if I put objective on them, they're like, oh, that lady, she needs to update her resume. She's back in the 70s, 1970s, she needs to get with it. So that really, you don't want to put objective. Now they go with summary, and you kind of summarize who you are in a few sentences and what you've done. But notice education is here, followed by work experience and honors. I do want you to list your references on this page, on this resume that you turn in, but you need to ask the people before you just put them down. So you need to be giving that some thought. Who am I going to ask? It doesn't have to be all school people. It can be all school people, but think of church, community, neighbors, bosses, not related to you, preferably not related to you. Now, So a lot of people work for their family. And I say, if you could just kind of go outside your, that is a little different when you work for them in a family business. But it is better to if you can have more than that, would be better. Okay, Al Purdue, it's that one, and this one, the Princeton Review, has some things to talk about. Okay, here again. On these headings on Google Docs, you can change them out. You can change the order. You can do whatever you want. It's basically just, they're there to help you make it look nice is what it's for. So everybody needs the heading on the top. High school information goes next. Academic awards, publications, honors, that's a nice order. You don't have to do, notice it says coursework that do not appear on your high school transcript. If you've gone to some kind of summer program, that's different. But I would not list, like I took Spanish or I took German or I was in AP classes. They're going to know that from your transcript. Extracurricular needs to go on there with dates. Either do date or grade. Don't do both. Community service, work experience, and then hobbies and skills. I think this is a really good order. I think these are really good even headings for you to use if you choose on your resume. This is really good looking. All right, so again, I want to look at this. Keep it concise. Again, you're not writing paragraphs. Your resume should not look like this. First of all, it shouldn't be numbered at all, but it shouldn't be paragraphs. So just very short. Provide detail whenever possible. When you're talking about, let's say I was part of the trap team. Well, I want to know what your role was. I guess everyone did this. You might have been an officer, or I don't know how they word that. You might have held a leadership position in trap, so you would need to put that down. Years that you were there. Again, do grade or year, don't do both. Specific contributions you did. Unique details that make you stand out. All right. Again, things that maybe aren't going to show in your essay, which you don't really know what your essay is about yet, but you want to put those things down. It's got to look neat. It has to be proofread. It has to be honest and accurate. All right. Let's go ahead and look at some samples here. I've got had a couple to show you. Okay, now that's a high school resume for someone wanting a job. That's not an academic resume. All right. Okay, so this is a sample. This looks like this is a high school resume. They have a career objective, which if you really know what you want to do and you're going to be applying for scholarships or to a program at school, this could be something you'd want to follow. Again, it's highlighting, kind of saying something about themselves. And again, this is more for a job and not an academic. The way it's written, it's not an academic resume anyway. But it's as far as our purposes for format, it looks good. Education, the Westside High School. Again, GPA you don't have to put down because they'll have your transcript. If you want to, you can. You don't have to put down. Relevant coursework would only be if you're trying to apply for a certain job and I've taken a class for this. You'd want to tout that. It wouldn't hurt to go ahead and have that on there again. Volunteer experience. Notice how they put down right underneath listed individual. They've had, looks like 2 different examples of volunteer experience, one from MUSC and the other from 180 place. And underneath is exactly what their role, then comma, then they did the dates. They didn't do grade, they did dates. Dates might look a little bit more professional. But I'm not saying you can't use grade, but it just I don't know. I'm seeing more dates than grade. Underneath each, they notice the action words: greet, process, assist, organized. So you want to use those action verbs to explain what you did. Extracurricular. Now, one thing about this, Model United Nations president. Okay, when was that? I'd like the date on that. Student council, same thing. National Honor Society, how long? When did you start? Business Professionals of America. So I need a little bit more in extracurriculars. Let's look at all that white space. I think that doesn't look attractive, you know. Additional skills, Spanish, excellent typist, Google Suite, customer service, project planning, public speaking, awards and honors. See, I would have those awards and honors at the top. This is not an academic resume because awards and honors to me should follow under education. All right. Let's see. On some more of these samples. Okay, let me go to another one. There was one last period that was really of course I could show, I've got former student resumes I could show you. And see here, that's for a specific job, retail salesperson. We don't want that. We can still look at it though and learn since we're learning about resumes. So here you have someone, it's a high school student. They're wanting to work in retail. They're energetic. They're enthusiastic. They problem solve. So they're high achieving. Want an entry level in retail sales. They're a distance runner with a strong work ethic, problem solver, leadership, fast learner. Beach High School, awards and honors. Again, I would say honor roll each of the first 3 years of high school. I would go ahead and put the dates down. Second place award. Okay, a date's missing from that. This is nice, but I have seen templates that organize this much neater. They'll have something on the left, and then they'll have a right side. I'll show you also. It looks much better, much more effective use of space than this. Activities, and again, I would do cross country team first, then co-captain, and then I'd put the years. If I were doing this, that's what I'd recommend. And then this is their experience. They've done this too. Is this helping or is this making it worse? I feel like an eye doctor. Is this better or is this better? Which one is this helping? Or is this confusing? Let's look at some Google. Let's go look at Google. Okay, so this is what you're going to do here in a minute. I want you to just look no further than Google template. I want you to go from a template, go to your drive, go to document, go to form a template. Then it's going to pull up eventually. Eventually it will open. Maybe I got too many tabs open. Oops, why did I do that? Sorry, I'm showing things I shouldn't show. Look at that, it's still going, isn't it? Okay, it'll go to this page. I've already got it open. While it's doing that, here we are. Here are the resumes. It has 5 to choose from. Just eyeballing them. I don't mind which one you use, and there it depends. But here's the left. You don't have as much white space, but there's nothing wrong with any of these. I mean, that has quite a bit, quite a white space, but just pick whichever one you like. Notice the names at the top of all of them. Now, what I was saying about these, you can manipulate. If it's not in the right order, we know education has to go first. You make it the first. Okay. Someone said, I don't have any awards. I said, I'm sure you do. You're just not thinking of them, but don't put awards and then put none. For heaven's sake, no, we would just get rid of that. We just wouldn't list that. We're not going to tap the fact that we have no awards. We're going to take that off, or we're going to highlight what we do have. Okay. Guys, there's nothing right now. I think it's time for y'all to shop from those 5. Pick your template and maybe start. I do have the essay assignment ready. Last period, wanted to let this soak in. they want to shop for resumes and kind of get into that first. And then maybe tomorrow I can start talking this that way over the weekend. You can kind of think about it, start thinking about all this. And it's not homework. You're going to be able to do this in class, but I need you to know what you got to do. That way if you feel like I'm a little bit slower at school, I need more time to do it, you know that you can do it at home if you need to. Does that sound good to everybody? Now, for those who, I had a handful of kids last period who they already have a resume. I said, great, you can use it, but you have to update it first. So you will need to update. If you're just way ahead, this is what I'll be talking about tomorrow, the college application essay. There's an 11-minute video that we'll watch, and I've got some samples there, because the only other thing to do is to look at some samples, find the prompt you want, and start. I've even included the rubric there that we'll be using. Okay, does anybody have any questions at all? It gets easier. Starting is the hardest part. I'm going to go ahead and leave it on that. I'm going to freeze it and check with my virtual, and I'll be out there amongst you all in just a second. How are my virtual? How are y'all doing? Everybody doing fine? Okay, so y'all know to go to Google, pick one of those 5 templates and start. If you have a question, my volume is up. So you call me over here, okay? Does everyone feel like they know how to start? Give me thumbs up or down. Is that everybody good? Okay. Call me when you need me. I'll be back over here, okay? I wish I could be in here. Like, I wish I could be on the side, like on the wall or something. I thought, what are you doing? Like, I don't even want to do that. Like, have them, even like here, have their image. What do you sit in and see?
This is a job that we're doing with like English.
Right.
So I have to, like, what would I
That is gorgeous. Where'd you make this?
I used to put that on this,
That looks fabulous.
and I have a VOTEC class that we have to make it.
Good for you. I love VOTEC. I mean, it's got a great teachers and great stuff. That's great.
But why do you like art, like this situation? What I do?
Well, I mean, I don't know how I want to touch it, but I want to. Right.
You know, that was for, we have like making it.
That's so good. Well, for one thing, you might have a copy of it. You want to keep that awesome.
Yeah, I would,
And I hate to say that for academics.
Go to your drive.
That, you just raise that up there.
or you can just say, so all this, yeah, all this.
You go to your drive.
So it doesn't mean.
Like on Google, click that little button over there. Then
Right
drive.
now, I mean, that, oh, you got your dates.
Right, I clicked that.
Well, it's button. This one?
Yeah.
Is there anything to add?
And wait.
Okay, so one thing I know, is at the bottom, that's it, coming up, that's
Well,
what.
yeah, I want to do that.
Okay.
Okay, go down to Google Docs and.
Right.
Go
Okay.
into that.
Okay, we're gonna draw
And then.
references, absolutely, okay? That looks fantastic. In fact, if others need help with that, I'll do it. And that's fantastic, and that's great. I'm gonna go to, new.
It's wrong.
And you don't click on it, just kind of hover over it.
Oh, wait, no, go to.
What if the
New, and then hover over Google Docs and let it come up. Let's scroll down to R, and your alphabet order, and then it gives you the resume.
Miss Reed.
I know, it's slow, yes,
Can you help me out?
yes, I'll be right there. Need something. I know. Those 5, let's stick with those 5, because I don't want y'all to be, I felt so bad.
Okay, that.
Gorgeous.
Okay, that. Video, that. When you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you highlight it, make it smaller, just your email?
Which one did you do? Which one? Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome, that is gorgeous. Did you have the same job?
This one that I was gonna say.
Another class?
Yeah, I've been to VOTEC. This isn't like.
Hey, look at you.
All right, this isn't on me, one I have to vote every day.
Okay.
We haven't even like making it.
Well,
I'm not positive on that.
they're not.
But-
I don't think they're supposed to be that long.
Yeah, and so we
Aren't
just
they
kind
supposed
of
to
make
be
up like,
to the point?
just like to get the bits.
I think that's what a great,
So I don't think
great teacher over there. Okay, yeah,
But
so,
what would go here? Because it's in like different languages.
No,
and
you-
I have absolutely no idea.
okay, now that is in Latin, and that's, you would just get rid of that, and you could put, if you wanted to put a short, like, if you wanted to, ground yourself, and just short little phrases, you can do that. If not, you can get rid of it. That's what I'm about to manipulate the template. You come back and think
I
about
don't
it.
like how. Okay, wait.
So that's what say education. Education.
Yeah,
Are you good now? You'll stay here.
I know. I mean,
Education.
no, like the right underneath.
You do it, guys, I know you're gonna do your education first, and then you can, then it depends on what you want to count next. Awards, honors, experience, activities, that's up to you. That's just as different as our fingerprint, thumbprint. How you do, Lexi? You got that? Next, listen. Want a lot of, y'all got yes. You can take it and just start filling it in, you do education first, and then you just decide what next. And what do you know, some people have more experience, some people have more, y'all have decided education, all right? So it's just what you wanna show about yourself.
Wait, are we supposed to like list from like all the schools we've been to or what?
You mean like, you don't have to, because you're graduating, you're going from Johnson, from Westside High School.
So I just put with that?
That's right.
Okay.
Now, some people want to put the fact they do the VOTAC, and that, if you want to do that, you can, or you can put that under, skills or experience, and list that there. There's just a number of ways, depending on what you wanna show. Does that make sense?
So education goes first.
Yes. It's an academic resume. If you're applying for a job, I'd say no, I'd say skills or experience comes first. Skills, education first.
Do we just like remove degree from it? Because it says like.
You do what you want, you make yours. That's just completely, you make that template do what you want it to do.
What year will we use this grade?
In what grade?
Fifth. What year?
You let me know.
2015.
Wait, then like, hold on. Okay.
Virtual guys, you are not on the screen. You're just on my screen. You're doing okay? Any questions? No questions for me? Okay. I had a few in here who already have a resume. So if you guys already have one, you can update it and move on to the essay if you want to. Okay? But you don't have to. Just letting you know, okay? Okay.
So it would be like, okay, this is just a question. I came here in fifth grade, so I put it when I started my fifth grade, and then do we put like grade number one to graduate?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, of the name, position. So like, let's say this is Mr. Miller, Mr. David Miller, history teacher, Westside High School, and his phone number, email.
What I put this?
We have to put like, our relationship, like, with our teachers, like,
Yeah, well, I'm assuming.
are you not supposed to do that? No, I'm saying like,
Oh,
you do like the rest of the people like here.
well, yes, and unless like you want to regard my family business, that's all I have to say. And that would be it. You know, it would, but I would still want to go out and I still want to do school. This would probably be in school.
Oh, yeah. Okay. What do I do?
You can ask them. Guys, don't put them down. Okay, here's the deal. You can put their name down. Do not put contact information until you ask them, okay? You never put someone's name on anything unless you have permission, especially
Well,
I would do that, and that is like her description. Let's say if you went to a magnet school, if you focus on something there, next to that.
so really, I don't need.
Would you do it? I'll let you know by now. Personal email. Now, I wouldn't forget it, I'll do that in all the time.
Oh, wait,
It's not finding you, but if you got something under experience, like I've done volunteer work, but that is, you need to put under volunteer work, or you can put under experience. You gotta decide what you want to do. You know what I mean? It makes it hard.
what needs to go under?
Either one, if that's what you want, if that's what you want to do, yes. But it doesn't have to,
Oh, wait, okay.
some people don't even want to put it
What
on.
were you gonna?
After education, awards, extracurriculars, activities go to, awards are not just school. That's community, that's church, that's neighborhood, neighbor of the year. That goes in there. Thank you, really, that's so sweet. Lord, and that's so fun. There's a picture somewhere. That's so cute. Play soccer, but you play soccer. Oh, okay, well, you know, that's awesome, we're focused on that as well.
No, I've already had education. So have you said that that's the one? Yeah, so what's the
Okay, so we were doing, we could do awards, activities, we could do, organizations, clubs. You could do, you could do that, unless you were to do activities, which is, that's personal, it's, I don't think one's advanced in record, it's just very, I don't know that I would do clubs, organizations, or activities, unless you have something that doesn't classify as a club or organization. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You're right. I mean, activity could be on the bowling, on the community bowling team, or something, that would mean.
I just figured out. What are the Wow. Oh my gosh. Mr. Miller's lunch.
You don't feel like this,
Where's that from?
does this reflect you?
I don't know if that was.
As long as she knows what she knows, it's fine. I'm just very impressed with God. Years ago, nobody had done a resume. They're like, the fact that you've been in class for part of this, I'm so happy. That makes me so happy. Okay, that is not a big thing. That is still like, if you run the back of school or something, or let's say you take in like every one language class that the huge school offers, that they were going to have a transcript. I would do that. That's like for special schools. Project would be something that you're involved in. I would train that most of the East, be involved in the East project. That would certainly fall under that. But now, when everybody else, you can change those. There you go, make it what works for you. So after education, what do you want to count? You want to show awards, or do you want to show activities, organizations, community service? What do you want to show?
Am I supposed to put the year that I was involved in? Or
The year, I think years look better. I didn't see it right there, John, so I think we should have a party come back. Let's do years. And I think the point that we did right in here, it's focused on the that is good. That's either activities, what it is, I'm just, you guys might be in service. Yes. That's awesome. That would be when you church, you do location of that. That's an activity, and you service at the church, and then on the work on you, and you work hard. I understand. I didn't want to call, we did that for the 20 years ago. So, it is a lot. So you look at those action items, that's excellent. That is for sure. Yeah, and I know that sometimes on Wednesday, it's simple and think about how you spend your time. What do you do? That's what you put on there. Same thing for skills, guys, computer programs, Excel, those things you run, Google Sheets, whatever, that's a skill. Because believe it or not, some people don't have a clue how to use them. And I think that this school, Mrs. Green, is going to do a great job of showing us Google, and that's going to be so helpful when you get out there. So that is something that you want to be sure to include in your skills. Okay? Yes.
Okay, so.
I found this resume for this thing.
She said that Google and write skills.
Fine.
She said,
I don't need to, okay, put it that way. Or.
You just sign for paper, because I'm not going to break it.
I was not.
I wish you that. Unless,
Well, I went to quit it and I was a bit.
okay. Just do Sonnet, and I would do Bono, like dash.
Change that to paper.
Yes. You guys, you're looking at your most present first, and you can put like those.
Do we put like our youth group in here?
Absolutely. Just scream it.
Scream it.
There's just not a lot you don't put on there. I mean, that's, you put
This is
what
so
you
much
need.
fun.
Oh, right.
What is it? I have two different skills.
What do you want to do? Like, bring it up and make that smaller. That smaller takes all
The
part.
project. Have you done anything? Have you had East West?
This?
Have you done anything like big?
You know what I'm thinking of?
I don't know.
Together?
Whichever one makes sense.
I love you. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, then let's delete the homework, the portion.
Well, okay, what's the other?
Alright.
I'm doing organization slash club right now.
When you
Once you
start,
roll,
you
I think you go in, and then we're doing the Sydney club, whatever.
fine.
So like,
Can you read that
on if I go to college for like,
Sure.
yeah,
Sure.
would it be good to do something like
Yes.
And then you're like in anything else.
Oh, yeah, yes, Lance
Like my aunt is your nurse practitioner.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Is that a cost? Or is it?
And then just be sure to try my.
I'm the organizations that's like,
That's excellent.
so like my youth group is
Okay, so
organization, I feel.
And you can replace one something else.
And I'll have one.
Huh? Oh, you can do like the little.
AD honor roll, that's all I do.
Slides. Golf.
That is an award.
If
I don't have it.
You put that on
You
there.
know how to work them.
Guys, I honor roll an award. Award means anything, student of the week, something like that is an award.
Oh, what?
Honor is recognition.
I got employee of the month at OJ.
That is, hello. That's what I'm talking
Okay,
about.
so if we're doing it from like,
That one was Cornish called it.
from last year and this year,
Yes.
but I haven't earned it from this year.
No, we're going to, we're not trying them out.
Oh, then I haven't earned any.
Yes, you say that. I want you to think about it. I want you.
I really have, well,
Okay, guys, if you're on prom committee, that is recognition.
I'm certified weather watcher for some reason.
That is amazing. Put that on there. That is so cool.
I don't know how I did it. I think my mom's like a storm spotter or whatever.
Congratulations. Why did he talk? But see, why did it? You didn't, it's gonna catch you. Let me check my virtual. Y'all gonna have. How am I virtual? Y'all doing okay? Need me? You need me? You good? Okay, I'm here. We got 5 minutes till tech time. Yeah, 10 minutes and 5 minutes till tech time if you want it. You don't have to take it. But does everybody pick the template? It's time to start working on it.
It's hard. I can't remember what years I did it.
And you can go back, if you're having a hard time, you can like go to something else, or if you do not, and you sit there and think of it, whatever's best.
Okay, I'm just gonna do.
I just love it. Forgot, where's my phone?
Can I put like ongoing?
Yeah, present.
Okay, present.
Present, yes.
Okay, question.
Yes.
I like, at church, I like the person that has the mic up there singing, you know, I'm like the main person.
That is
What do I put down?
lead vocalist.
Okay.
You lead vocalist in church choir.
I'm not with
Lead vocalist in church choir. That's it, that's it. So you can do something else to do that. That's just what she told me. I don't have a smartwatch, so I promise to do something, if I just generate something, isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? I'm like, I was over talking to you, I'm like, I'm looking at you, I'm like, video, I mean, do something.
maybe the diary sign.
Maybe, I hope not. Is it okay? That's perfect, yes. Guys, volunteer work, anything you do that's not paid, that's volunteer work, that is awesome. Hey, you get paid for things, that's employment.
All I ate was oatmeal. So good.
Oh, I love oatmeal. I couldn't have suffered it was hot, it was so.
I ate like strawberry and like,
It's so healthy.
strawberry is something oatmeal. Why not? No, I was just noticing.
Okay, I will, because I was in the middle of painting them up, and I was like, oh, stop. Yeah, stop putting marble all the way. Yes, I was in the bell ring, I was trying to sneak some up, and I had put them right there, and fell, and took them in the bell ring, so I come up there, but yes, I'm gonna, let's see those, I'll probably make it 5 right up there. I could clap, you guys, so you can see them, and the others will go right up there.
I wish I could.
I mean, this is actually,
Rachel, I can smell your talkies from up here. And
I'm sorry, hungry.
Like, it smells like my talkies at home. Like, only like 5 in the back.
How does one spell fireball?
What would I say?
Oh, yeah, no, that's the problem with that.
It's funny.
Go ahead.
That's
Oh, I know.
It's wrong.
Apparently.
This is what I need, Johnson is Wilson, I'm horrible, there's a way to do, we might even have to put that in Google, how do I, because it can be done.
I just don't know, we're having to manipulate the margins and the set tabs. I think that's called, the spacing. What is it, the spacing? What is on the don't stress, just give the information down. Guys, if the people's giving you problems, just give the information down, we'll go back and clean it up. You can put me down, I'm not how you understand.
Do I do anything before ninth grade? Like, that's like 11 months or something?
You don't have to, unless you feel like it's really relevant to show that you've been something that long.
Okay.
References.
You don't know what you want to do. I mean, if you wanted to do since.
Oh, really? Okay.
Who's it gonna be? It's gonna be more than one, easier than one page, if you're not careful.
Music.
You always need to receive the first man.
Excuse me?
Would you put Jessica on
Yes, or no?
I forgot something like it was just, what was that? What is it?
Not FF.
What is book? Short activity. No, I don't know. Miss Briggs, what is the color version? The color club activity? Like-
Colorwork LTC.
Oh, and.
No, I mean like the flag.
It is banned?
Yeah.
Flag line. It used to be called flag line.
We call it
Yes.
flag line. It's a sport, isn't it?
That's an organization, and not because you.
Why don't you compete now?
Yes, well, but band competes.
So if we go into a sport,
If you want to, no, I mean, if don't you need to press your band roll, I mean, you put it where you want to put it, just so it makes.
Ow. I really need to break.
As you're eating coffee. Rachel's here.
I really am hungry.
Well, you should have gotten a chocolate muffin this morning. They're basically brownies, so muffin for me.
No, yes, yes.
I don't know.
It's the truth. You can't deny it.
I took, oh, it's not.
Top that, computer business.
That's why it's really like banana pudding.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Applications.
Bananas.
No. What is CBA stand?
Banana nut bread is the bomb. I could eat it for the
I hate anything that's artificially flavored banana.
Bananas are absolutely disgusting.
What does CBA stand for, guys? Is it not computer business?
I know, I'm just saying like.
It is computer
Banana
business.
flavored
Application.
suckers. Just I'm saying. That's scary.
Yes.
Your phone is wigging out.
Is that another dozen even though?
And then kind of follow that pattern.
No, that's just. But I like it is hard to do it. That is a relation.
Like when you like
That,
barely know it.
But when I do it,
7501. And then my email is Triggs, Triggs@lakehopeschools.org.
that's cool.
I'm struggling right here.
It's struggling.
Let's Friday night.
Replace it.
Are close to that?
Huh? Got what's the options if you want tech time, if not, you don't have to take it. And then one of my virtual kids. Look how much we've done today.
It's tech time. We got three minutes left. So y'all good? Very good. Okay, good. Tomorrow we'll talk about the essay. It won't stress y'all out. That way you got the resume going. We'll talk about that so you can start thinking about it, start working on it. But you will have class time to work on it. And what it is I will, like, I'm not standing here staring at you, but you will be able to just do like you're doing. I'll come back periodically to check on you, but I'll be out there with them and while you're working on your essay. Okay? All right. I won't cut off until the bell, but if you want to be on tech time and you want to be on your phone, that's fine. Okay?
What's today? Thursday?
27.
August.
It's officially 20 days after our birthday.
It's so really
I took my driving test, and you know what I did? Literally failed it. The driving test.
Formatting is what's hard.
Oh, wow, you just didn't. I didn't know. I did not fail it.
No, we is struggling today. I took a nickel today. Drove an hour and a half, 2 hours, that wasn't terrible.
Here.
I've already been working on a resume in transition, so will I still need to work on this one?
You can make that one thing.
Okay.
That, if that's fine with me, if it's fine with your teacher, okay?
I'll talk with Miss
Oh,
Linda.
no, Miss Linda.
Yeah, we worked on a transition.
I went
last
off
year.
of, I mean, I was
I
right.
thought I should teach this one.
I'm perfectly fine with that. We'll talk to her about that. I'm fine with you going to that, updating it, because we do tell her that we do have an essay that we're working on. It's well, on next week, it's gonna be due Friday.
I'm gonna
So you just get her okay, and I'm okay with it.
Yes, I have her tomorrow, so I'll try to remember that.
Perfect, thank you. Perfect, good, thank you. You can also email her if you wanted to email her.
Yeah, I can text her so I know.
Perfect, good, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, I've never had to like speak before. I've never had my license twice.
Guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Tomorrow's Friday. Bye, guys. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.